Hello and welcome to yet another episode of First Drop Theatre's Slam Dunk Saturdays, a series in which we look at the lessons from the world of sports that can be applied to the corporate world. When we think of sports, we often think of the moments of joy and victory, the despair after a loss, things that are easily visible, that we can see, easy to understand what the emotions these players are going through. But sometimes, things are not that obvious. In the 1970s, the men's tennis game was transformed by a phenomenal player from Sweden, Björn Borg. Borg just completely changed how tennis was played up until then. He brought a new style of playing, a new technique. But not just that, he was really the first global superstar of the game. Somebody who took tennis to absolutely new heights of popularity. And this was a combination of his style, his athleticism, his blonde flowing locks of hair, but most importantly what people admired was his demeanor. He was known as the Iceman, the person who wouldn't crack under pressure, who always had this calm countenance in any situation. And yet, in 1983, when he was just 26 years of age, Björn Borg walked away from the game for good. At that time, some people said that perhaps it was few of his losses that might have triggered this, but interestingly, his then wife later mentioned in a book that even earlier, as early as in 78 and 79, Borg did tell her that it was just getting too much for him, that he was feeling the stress and the pressure of having to do this day in and day out, and he wasn't enjoying it anymore. Just imagine this, a person who people worldwide were looking up to, respecting for his calm demeanor, was actually struggling inside. And it wasn't obvious, and no one knew about it. Think of this situation in our organizations. There might be people around us who are feeling a lot of this pressure, who are facing this stress of having to perform day in and day out, and yet not showing any obvious signs. Here's where teams and organizations can play a really crucial role in creating an atmosphere of trust, a place where it's okay for people to show their emotions. It's okay for someone to put their hands up and say, I'm really not up to it right now. And it's okay for them to take a step back, because ultimately it's not a short sprint, but a long marathon that everyone's running. And leadership has got a very crucial role to play here, to be able to spot this in a person without them even having to express it openly. It could be about reading the body language, the non-verbal cues, but to just understand what some person might be going through. In the workshops that we conduct for leaders using theatre and arts, we focus a lot on how leaders can be very empathic observers and listeners, on how they can look for those cues that may just be a signal that someone is struggling. That may be a chance for them to intervene and just let them know it's okay. Well, that's it for this episode then. Thank you so much for watching. Until we meet next week for the next episode, take care.